Okay guys, welcome back. We're doing a quick video on how to re-spool your Echo speed feed head 400. This will also work on your Echo 450 speed feed heads, and this will also work on your 500 series Echo speed feed heads. This is for the 400. I have this on the 400. I had to take the guard off of my Husqvarna because if you do put this on a Husqvarna, you got a little spacer here. I showed you guys how to put this on in my last video. You have to put a spacer here and it leaves a little gap, so it kind of raises it up farther past the cutoff, the weed guard or the protective guard. So I have to take it off in order to use it. Plus that too, it gives you a wider cut path. Now here on your Echo speed feed heads, you'll see a little arrow on both sides. Now you want to twist it until you got both arrows matched up with the eyes. It's fairly simple to do this. Once you do this, you want to take a piece of line and run it through the entire head. Sometimes it binds up, sometimes if you turn it, it'll go through. And we're going to show you guys how much line we could put on here. About 6 arm lengths at the most. That's what I'd be comfortable doing with this. The Echo speed feed 400 head doesn't hold as much line as the 450 or the 500 series heads from either Shingawa or Echo. So you might be able to only get maybe 4 or 5 arm lengths, but I would go like 6 is like my sweet spot with these. About 18 feet worth of line, and I'll show you guys how to do that process right now. Okay guys, we got the line here, and this is the just grabbing it like this and just letting it go down, and grab 1 arm length like this, two arm lengths, 3 arm lengths, 4, 5. Stuff don't like coming out, let me tell you. And I'd say it's about 6 right there. I think that's pretty good. I think it's probably more than what I probably could find. You want to take it and bend it like this, and some of these things come with line cutters, or you can use some garden shears like little scissors and do this way too. You make a loop in the line like that, take your little cutter like this, or you can use some garden shears, you know, little scissors or whatever, and then cut the line. This one's a little bit dull and old. But once you cut your line, there you guys go. You can take your line, set your machine on the ground length that we want, and like I said, you gotta line up the little arrows on the head right here with the eyes. Once you line them up, you can turn it until you line them up right with the arrows, and you can pretty much see through it. You take your line, feed it through one of the holes. Like I said, if you're having trouble of this line getting through, you could just turn it like this with your hands, and now we got both ends of the line through. Now once we get to this point, you want to lay it on the ground. You want to grab both ends of the line and it went underneath the porch somehow, and we're going to walk away from the machine if we can. I'm going to have to walk off the porch here until both lines, tips of the line are even, like this. And it's as easy as that once it's even. Line even, and you think you got it to where you want it. Take the head itself and you want to twist it this way, which is counterclockwise. You want to twist the top, you don't want to twist the whole head around the bottom. That way it goes in there. Sometimes you pull it a little bit, and of course I got a bucket in my way, and you just want to twist it in. It's as simple as this, guys, and this is why these heads are genius. Sometimes you pull it a little bit, and then once you get all the line in there, of course I'm stepping on it, it should go in here evenly. This is why I love the speed feed heads from either Echo or the rapid replace head from Husqvarna is the same way. So when you're doing it with the speed feed head, you can do it with the Echo speed feed, the Husqvarna heads as well. There you guys go. Wasn't quite even, but it's good enough. So now we're going to test it out and try it out. So guys, up here, there's really thick grass. It's been about 2 months since I weed whacked up here, and I'm going to show you the reason why this head doesn't really work well on the Husqvarna. I put the weed guard back on because there's a lot of rocks in here, and I don't want to get my eyeballs blown out with a rock or something, so, or my knee gashed in with a rock. And I've already used it with the weed guard earlier, and it doesn't cut off right here because the spacer kind of throws it off a whack when you're trying to cut with it with the Echo speed feed head. About a 2-inch gap, so you really can't use the weed guard with this weed head on this Husqvarna, but you can still use it, but you won't be able to cut off your line at even intervals. So naysayers out there that says the 122L from Husqvarna is shit. No, it ain't. It does have that 10-ounce gas tank. I really don't like these smaller units from Husqvarna, and they all do it too. It's not just this model in particular, it's every Husqvarna pretty much, besides the 330L, I believe, and the 525 have the bigger gas tank, so you got to pay more for the professional models. But yeah, I probably have to gas this thing up about 5 times if I'm gonna do this whole entire property out and weed whack my neighbors' yards and stuff like that with the 122L. So a solid machine, guys. If you see it out Lowe's or at your local Husqvarna dealer, it's a good buy at 199 bucks. And sometimes, in some cases, you can get them on sale for 176 dollars. They're well worth it. They also got the attachment model, which is the LK. That's being only exclusively sold by Tractor Supply. So if you guys want to get the LK, go to Tractor Supply, and it's a good buy, y'all. The use of the Echo Speed Feed Head 400, this also will work for the Echo Speed Feed heads, the rapid replace heads for Husk. I got one on my Echo too, my 225 SRM 225. If you guys like the video, take it easy. It's been your old pal Hondo. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. Bye.